Hello YouTube, this is the Potita and oh my, what is this? A Gyarados, Lucario, Sala-Menace? What the hell? This is an OU battle? This is weird, right? The reason of this team is because in Sino's last video, he asked for an OU team to be sent to him. So I made this in a couple of minutes. It's weird. It's a specially defensive Gyarados, well, almost specially defensive. It has a bit of defense. Then we have a special Lucario with the strength speed also. Then we have a offensive with rapid spin Dolphin. Then we have choice specs Rotom that I always think that is Scarf, so I make some bad move with that thing. Then we have a physical defensive Ferrothorn that has Rocky Helmet. And lastly we have a Mixmans with Dragon Dance. So you're gonna see later what it's like. My opponent is XXL. He has a Rita with probably is Scarf because they're always Scarf. Then we have Gojondo, Mienshao, that it could be Life Form and with Regenerator and Fake Out, or maybe it could be also Scarf with Reckless. Then we have a Magnetic Specs maybe with Switcheroo. Then we have a Steelix. It could be the defensive one, or that could be the Gigalith. Any of those two, it will have Stealth Rock. Maybe it's a setup with Curse. Then we have a Tank Growth, Special Attacker, and Regenerator. And lastly, a Gigalith that I say could be the Stealth Rocker. Also, it could be offensive. So let's start the battle. So I lead my Gyarados because he has T-Wave and Taunt. And he with Ditto. I'm scared of the Scarf, and I do not want to get paralyzed. So I go into my Felt Zone because I do not care about the paralyzed, and he actually go for Taunt. I'm like, well, his choice? No, he's not choice. He's actually leftist. That's unusual, I must say. So I should have stayed in because he actually go for the Waterfall, and with Iron Bars and the Rocky Helmet, he will get a lot of recall. But I switch out, get some Intimidate. I know he will go for the T-Wave right now, so I go back into my Ferrothorn, and yes, he goes for T-Wave. So I'm like, okay, he will taunt me, so let's go straight for the Taro Ball, and guess what? I score a crit! So down goes the Gyarados, although if he had attacked me, he would have gone down next turn, so it doesn't really matter. Here I scare out the Flamethrower, so I go into my Rotom, and actually does quite a bit of damage, and I think it's Scarf, because I always use Scarf, so I'm like, oh, I'm slower, then I have to switch out this turn, because I can use Rotom for later, so I go back into Ferrothorn. So here start the mind games. I go for Protect, just to see what he will do. He goes for the Hidden Power Ice, which is fine. And here, the Flamethrower is obvious, so I actually stayed in, and he goes again for Hidden Power Ice, maybe expecting the Salamence, so I start him out with the Life Orb and get my rocks, which is awesome. And here comes Steelix, so I'm like, okay, let's go for the Leech Seed because this thing is bulky, and residual damage is nice, but I get paralyzed. I'm like, okay, please hit the Leech Seed, and guess what? He freaking misses. I'm like, I have to switch out, get the Intimidate off, otherwise I'm gonna be screwed. So look at the damage, 44%, that's a lot. Resisted, max HP, a bit of defense, scary. Anyway, I go for the roll because I wanted to get him off, but he switches out, which is is a useless turn because no, the Stealth Rock does nothing because left is Regenerator. So yeah, anyway, I go for Waterfall because I thought he knew he wouldn't go for a move like Toxic, Curse, because I have Taunt. He got the Toxic, which is bad because it's a wall, his life will be draining. And for Taunt, he can Curse, which is excellent, and I'm gonna switch out because I don't want the Toxic. And he actually switch out into Tangle Growth. I need to Donphan, so I'm like, well, the switch is obvious, I won't stay in, right? So I actually stayed in, go for the Ice Shard just to do a bit of damage that did nothing at all. He thought I will switch out, he go for Hidden Power Ice, so well, it's super effective, and I can use Donphan, so I switch this turn into my Gyarados, special defensive, and he goes for the Grass move. It doesn't do much, 21%, nothing at all. Anyway, here I go for the T-Wave because He get power hacks, slow him down. He go for sleep powder, which is weird. Maybe he thought I will switch into, I don't know, Sala-Menace, something like that. So, I am expecting the sleep powder. I go for Fairthorn. I didn't stay because of the toxic, and then he go for Giga Drain, did nothing, and Direwolf did nothing either. So I'm like, okay, I don't want anything to be put to sleep. So I stayed in, go for another Direwolf, and this turn I'm gonna go into Sala-Menace. He thought I will switch out because otherwise there's no reason why he will go for Lead Seed, and nice for me because I get a free switch and go for the Fire Blast. I burn him, destroy him, set him on fire. So now I'm a +1 attack. Here, unfortunately, he misses the Stone Edge, which is really bad for him because now I'm on a rampage. Destroy the Mienshao and I'm +2. But I'm locked into Outrage, which sucks because now he can send Stealings. Although look at the damage, almost 40%, that's a lot. Because he's a defensive beast. But with the Lead Seed and lefties, the damage I do is not really good. Even less now because of the curse. So I'm like, okay. Now the outrage stops. And here I made a risky move. I stayed in and go for the Fire Blast. I managed to pull through the confusion and hit it. That's really lucky, and now I'm +3 attack. I could be an ass, I'll switch out and make a 6-0, and I stayed in, tried to go for the Earthquake. Unfortunately, I hit myself in confusion, and he takes me out with the Rock Blast, which, it doesn't matter, he did a lot. Anyway, I go into Rotom Wash, go for the trick just to cripple him, and he go for Earthquake. Either he forgot I have Levitate, or it was a misclick. Anyway, I go for Hydro Band, hit it, and destroy the Giga Lead. So, yeah, it was a fun match. I like this team. It's fun. I already have a couple of battles with this team. It's fun, I must say. It takes people by surprise sometimes. And one battle, it was a tie that actually ended in loss because the guy didn't want to admit a tie. It was Fairthorn versus Fairthorn. You can imagine what that was like. So yeah, I quit it. Then I won the other matches. I like it. By now, it works, I must say. So if Xenon does use it, I hope he enjoys it. And I'll be seeing you next time with another Pokemon Showdown battle. Bye bye!